In a series of studies, researchers have found that when given the option, people often choose to avoid feeling compassion for others and reported that doing so was mentally effortful, which was linked to their choice. However, researchers also found that if the situation involved a person they were close to, such as a family member, people were more likely to choose to feel compassion, and that being compassionate in this context was easier. Penn State, 2021. Most people need compassion, but most people don't know how to show it. A stranger's compassion can make a world of a difference. Oprah Winfrey. Small acts of service can make a big difference. It might be carrying groceries, helping someone find their way, or just offering a listening ear. And in this heartwarming story, it will have you reflect on your own capacity for kindness and compassion towards those around you. You'll learn that your disability is not inability, how to use your weakness as strength, and how to untap your potential. Welcome to Untapping Your Potential, where we will share with you motivational stories, motivational figures, comeback stories, and public speaking tips that will keep you growing and inspire you to take action. Once upon a time in a pet store, not so far away, a little boy named Drew stumbled upon a sign that read "Puppies for Sale." Like a moth to a flame, he couldn't resist the temptation to take a look. Drew approached the store owner, Johnny, and asked about the price of the puppies. "How much are you going to sell those puppies for?" he asked. "Anywhere between $30 to $50, replied Johnny with a smile. Drew looked down at his pocket and realized he only had $2.37. "Can I look at them?" he asked. "Sure thing," Johnny said with a whistle, and then soon came out the puppies, followed by Lady, Johnny's furry friend. As Drew looked at the puppies, he noticed that one of them was limping slightly. Concerned, he asked Johnny what was wrong with the little dog. "This puppy had a bad hip socket and will limp for the rest of his life," Johnny explained. Now, Drew didn't seem to mind, but, "That's the puppy I want to buy," he said excitedly. Now, Johnny was hesitant. No, you don't want to buy that little dog. He's not like the others. He'll never be able to run, jump, or play like other puppies." The little boy lifted one side of his pants up, exposing his crippled legs, supported on a big metal brace. He looked up at the shop owner and softly replied, "Well, I don't run so well myself, and the little puppy will need someone who understands." Johnny was touched by Drew's compassion. "If you really want him, I'll give him to you," he said with a smile. Drew shook his head. "No, I want to pay for him. He's worth every bit as much as the other dogs." He took out his $2.37 and offered it to Johnny. "I'll pay the full price. In fact, I'll give you 50 cents every month until I have him paid for." Johnny was moved by Drew's determination to give the little puppy a loving home. "Son, I hope and pray that each and every one of these little puppies will have an owner such as you," he said with a smile. There is no greater disability in society than the inability to see a person as more. Robert Menzel. The story of Drew and the little puppy is a beautiful reminder of the power of compassion and understanding. It shows you can make a difference in this world, no matter how big or small, by showing empathy and kindness toward those around you. The story offers more valuable lessons that you can apply in your daily life. For example, your disability is not an inability. Just because you have a disability or weakness doesn't mean you can't achieve great things. Drew's own physical struggles didn't stop him from recognizing the value in the little puppy, and he was determined to give him a loving home. Like Drew, you can choose to embrace your unique circumstance and focus on what you can achieve, rather than dwelling on your limitations. You can discover a community of people who share your experiences and challenges. Together, you form a network of support and understanding, uplifting one another and celebrating your achievements. Within this community, you realize that you're not alone in your struggles, and that there are people who have turned their disability into strengths. Inspired by the stories you hear, you decide to take up a new hobby, something you've always wanted to try but never thought possible due to your disability. At the end of the day, we can endure much more than we can think. Frida Kahlo. Or you can take inspiration from Frida Kahlo. Kahlo was a Mexican artist who suffered a severe injury in a bus accident when she was just a teenager, which left her with a chronic pain and mobility issues. Now, despite this, she became one of the most influential artists in the 20th century, known for her bold, colorful paintings that explore themes of identity, gender, and politics. Having a disability or weakness does not necessarily mean that you're at a disadvantage. Everyone has strengths, and it's important to recognize where yours are. Focus on building on these strengths to help balance out your weakness. The other point is understanding and compassion towards one another. Drew's empathy towards the little puppy's struggle is a shining example of how you can show compassion and understanding towards others. When you take the time to understand someone's struggle, you are more likely to show kindness and support. Compassion is to look beyond your own pain and see the pain of others. Yasmin Mogahed. If you want to show compassion in your own way, you can extend a hand to stray animals. Leaving out food and water for stray animals can help ensure that they have access to basic necessities. Or you encounter a friend who seems visibly upset. Instead of brushing it off, you take the time to ask if everything is okay. And as they open up to you, you listen attentively and offer your support, providing a much needed shoulder to lean on. And you'll realize that this simple act of kindness has made a real difference in their day. And as you continue to practice understanding and compassion, you notice a shift in the way people around you respond. Friendship deepens, conflict dissolves, and your own sense of happiness and fulfillment grows. You begin to appreciate the beauty in the diversity of human experiences and understand the importance of empathy in fostering meaningful connections. And lastly, use your weakness as a strength. Drew's own disability gave him a unique perspective on the little puppy's struggles. Rather than seeing it as a negative, he used it as a strength to empathize and relate to the puppy's experience. You can learn from this and use your own weakness as strength to connect with others and show kindness. Sometimes you don't realize your own strength until you come face to face with your greatest weakness. As you reflect on your weakness, you realize that perhaps it's possible to turn them into strength by embracing them and learning from them. Take, for example, your tendency to procrastinate. You've always considered this a weakness, but instead of letting it hold you back, you decide to confront it head on. You begin to analyze your habits and identify the triggers that lead you to put it off. And as you become more self-aware, you develop strategies to overcome your procrastination and turn it into a strength, better time management, and the ability to work well under pressure. The Dalai Lama once said, "Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive." So the next time you have the opportunity to show compassion, seize it. Whether it's reaching out to someone who is struggling, offering a helping hand to a neighbor in need, or simply accompanying a friend to school or at work, you have the power to make a difference. Thanks for watching this video. How would you like to hear more motivational stories on a consistent basis? Do me a favor and support the channel by sharing, commenting below, and please be sure to like and hit that subscribe button to get the latest updates. Soon you will be on your way to feeling inspired.